2016 to 2018 BMW 340i oxygen sensor replacement. What's up, everybody? I'm going to show you how to replace the O2 sensor. This is a BMW 340i with the 3.0 liter, and I'm working on a 2016, but this can be used for an 17 too. I'm using a OEM oxygen sensor. Here's the part number. They actually sell the OEM BMW sensor on Amazon. I highly recommend going OEM. It's gonna read the best and most accurate. But if you want to go aftermarket, you can. There's aftermarket choices. I will link those below as well. So check down below for links. I'll put some different. I'll put the different ones down below so you could check it out. And then also for this repair, I needed to use an O2 sensor socket, so I will also link those down below as well. All right. So what we want to do first is locate it. I'm doing the post cat one right down there. It's in the middle of the cat. That's the oxygen sensor. They call it Bank 1 Sensor 2. Take off the engine cover here, wiggle and pull it up, and then I'm going to get this noise, I guess it's a isolation padding. I'm not sure what it is, but we're going to gently put it to the side. Now here's the connector for the sensor. It goes into two guides and then down into the cat. So I'm going to go ahead and pull these guides out, lift the metal tab up carefully, and then just pull the wire harness out and do it right here and then do it back here. Watch out because there's a lot of sharp edges. Now here's the connector right here. Now to get this apart, you want to take the gray part and pop that backwards first. That's kind of like a locking tab. So just pop that backwards like that, and then you can kind of pull it apart. Now be careful not to break this off like I did. I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't know there was like a little slidey tab on the connector that you're supposed to lift this. You're supposed to go to the center and like move that tab upwards, and then you could slide the whole thing off of the valve cover bracket there. Mine broke, but it's okay. It's whatever. It's my car. So pull these apart, and then once you got the wire harness free, we're going to go ahead and go down here and get an O2 sensor socket on here. I use this sensor right here. I'll link it below. Now this is how I did it, guys. If you have a better method, or you use the tools you have available. But what I did is I got an O2 sensor socket on it down here. It's kind of a tight area. You'll know when you're actually doing it how tight it is. And then what I did after I got that on is I used a long ratcheting breaker bar with a 4-inch extension. I guess it has an adapter on it too, but it kind of looks like this setup. Now this is not really an ideal setup, but since this breaker bar is so long, I was able to like break the sensor loose because I had about an inch of movement, so I could ratchet it. If you don't have a ratcheting one, it's a lot harder, but mine ratchets, so I could just hit it and then ratchet, hit it, ratchet, and then once you get it loose, you could use your hand to untwist it and get it out. If you're planning on reusing it, make sure you take care of that wire harness, because when you twist it, the wire harness is going to want to twist up and the wires can get broken. So move the harness with the sensor, and we'll just gently pull this guy out of here like this. This was covered in some white. It looks like kind of coolant. It's kind of concerning, but you know, hopefully that's just normal. Hopefully it's nothing to worry about. Anyways, I got my new one here. I'll slowly route my new one here. My new one has anti-seize on the threads. Don't let the anti-seize get on the sensor, and we're just going to gently and carefully rotate this down into the threads. Like I said, rotate the wire harness as well, because if you don't, it could damage the wires. And then I cinched it down as good as I could with what I had. It doesn't got to be mega tight, but you need to get it like tight and then a quarter turn more. I don't have torque specs for you, sorry. And then I got this new wire harness connector on, and then I was able to plug in the connector right here. And then once you plug these two together, at the end you push the gray part in to lock it like this, and it actually stayed on the little plastic bracket fine. There was like enough of it to hold it still, you know, still. So then I'm going to very carefully route these wires into these guides. This is an important part, but don't just jam the wires in because you could damage them. You really want to lift that tab up as best you can and slide the wire harness in there like that. And then I'm going to put this insulation back how it was. Watch out for that high pressure fuel pump. And then put your engine cover back on, and that's it. Now guys, on some cars you got to do a computer reset, like through the computer with a scanner to tell it has new O2 sensors. But I put this one in and I checked it on the scanner and it was reading just fine, so I don't believe it's necessary. But if it is, eventually, if I find out that it is necessary, I will put all the information I got in the comments, in the description below. Okay, thanks for watching. That's all the information I got for you. The rest of the video is just some products and other stuff I got going on. Totally up to you if you want to stick around. I got a 15% off AUXITO.com promo code. Now, AUXITO has a bunch of products, but what they're mostly known for is they're really good aftermarket headlights. So if you got an older car, 80s, 90s, 2000s, even a newer car, if it has a bulb, they probably got an upgraded bulb for you. You may have seen aftermarket LED headlights on Amazon, but the thing, I'm not gonna say any names, but the thing is, they have a lot of issues. Sometimes they start to flicker after a few months, or they get hot and the LED burns off. These are available on Amazon. You can get them there. However, if you go to the website and use the promo code GearmoAuto, you can get 15% off. It's really easy. All you gotta do is go to the website on your phone or your computer and then put in what kind of car you have, what year, make and model, you know, that stuff, and then it'll display to you all the available lights for your vehicle. You can get headlights, tail lights, interior lights. Highly recommend getting some good interior lights. You'll be surprised how bright it is. So just type GearmoAuto in at the checkout and you'll get 15% off.